There is a lot of money to be made in Web3, but it's also the wild, wild west, so you can lose a lot. I've done both. I've lost money and I've made money, and so I've got two stories for you and my biggest takeaways. Let's start with me losing money. When I entered the Web3 space, I focused on making money. I wanted to buy projects that would end up going up in floor price. I studied how projects work, I got involved, I followed FOMO, I followed the hype, and by the end of it, I ended up getting involved in projects that went up with the hype and then crashed and burned, and lost around $30,000 to $40,000. But I didn't just lose money in projects where I FOMO'd in. I also lost money in projects that ticked all the boxes, but something went wrong. The founders rugged, or they were hacked and their contracts got exploited, which ended up hurting everyone, including the actual founders of the projects themselves. The biggest thing that I learned from that is not to invest just based on FOMO. Don't follow the hype. You do that, you end up crashing and burning. And also, you have to understand that this space is very volatile, so you may even do everything correctly and still lose money. So only invest money that you can afford to lose. Now, an example of a win that I had was investing into 3-digit .eth domains. I was only able to do that because I was following the right people on Twitter. In fact, I was following a guy called Daniel Got Hits. People were talking about ENS. I started minting some .eth addresses, and then I was right there at the right time when people started registering 3-digit domains, and they formed what is now known as the 999 Club. I was able to get 2 digits at 1 ETH each, and I ended up flipping one of those 3 digits for 23 ETH a few months later, and I later flipped an Arabic 3-digit domain, 000 in Arabic, for 100 ETH, and that was my biggest NFT flip. The biggest takeaway I got from that is it really does pay to follow the right people and to be in the right crowds. That's why I always recommend that if you want to get involved in the space, you need to be around people who are in Web3. You follow the right accounts, you're in the right groups, you can catch wind of something when it's still very early and get involved. And that's what happened with me. So you can see that there is wins and losses in this space, and I had to lose first before I won. And maybe I got lucky, who knows, I may still have a lot of loss ahead of me, or a lot of wins. But reality is that I'm learning. And the real ROI I'm getting isn't just in flipping and making some money, but it's actually from the networks that I'm developing. And I'm not going to be able to see the real benefits and the ROI of that now. That's only going to come long term in the future, and that's going to be the same scenario for you. You can win and lose in this space, enjoy the wins, and learn from your losses.